Chalo, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
عن ابن شعيب أبيه جده النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
No, we stopped at the Safina, the lion. Chalo.
قال المكاتب عبد ما بقي عليه من مكاتبته درهم وهو بداية. وأيضا عن ابن شعيب from his father, from his grandfather, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم says المكاتب عبد مكاتب المسلم ما بقي عليه من مكاتبته درهم.
Even if 1 dirham remains, he still remains a muqatab. That means he's not free. So he'll only become free once the complete amount is paid. Even if 1 dirham, they put 1,000, he paid 999, 1 dirham remaining. Still he'll become a muqatab. Hello?
وعن ام سلمة رضي الله عنها قالت قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم كان حين تعتدي احداكن وفاء فلتحتجب منه رواه الترمذي وابو داود وابن ماجه. ام سلمة رضي الله عنها narrates رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم for one of your muqaddam slave is a wafa.
Yeah, he has a full amount.
فلتحتجب منه يكمل مكتوب
That you must now veil from him, you must make parda, right? So as long as a muqatab does not pay the full price for his freedom, he remains a slave and a mahram. It is not necessary for a woman to veil herself from him. But the moment he has the full price and he pays the price, then automatically he becomes free and now she has to make parda from him.
شعيب
Istihsan. Yeah.
ولكن عن شعيب بما يسمى هذا هذا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في من كاتب عبده لا يأكل 10 واحد
No, he agrees to set the slave free on 100 uqiyas. No, he paid 990 except 10 إلا 10 فأداها إلا 10. Yes.
وقال 10 دنانير.
Yeah, or 10 dinars was remaining. Then he was unable to fulfill paying the 10. So he still remains as a slave, as a property. So Ibn Malik says that such a case, the owner, he may annul the contract and forfeit the 90 and start again fresh. That 90 becomes his automatically. Now when you want to make a new contract, you must start again. عن ابن عباس
عن ابن عباس رضي الله عنه النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إذا أصاب المكاتب حدا أو ميراثا أو ورثا بحساب ما عتق منه رواه أبو داود وفي رواية له قال يودى المكاتب بحصة ما أدى يد حر وما بقي يد عبد وضاعفه. ابن عباس رضي الله عنه said the المكاتب receives yeah on the earth the amount that is him it says that the program receives the amount that of the which is وما بقي that which remains is the amount of the seven.
Right. So what is in other words, what I say, the muqatab is deemed to be free to the extent that he has paid towards his price. But that's only Imam Waqi rahimullah, he abides by this hadith and say that when he get inheritance, and then to that extent of his freedom, he paid. So he got inheritance. His freedom was 1,000. He got inheritance of 900, or diet of 900. He paid 900, then he remains only 100. Right? No. Majority of the ulama say that this hadith is weak in contrast the two Sahih hadith narrated by Amr ibn Shu'aib, that the Mukatab remains a slave until he pays the full price. Whether he paid that amount or not, he still remains a slave. Once the full price is paid, then only become free. Inshallah.
وعن عبد الرحمن بن عمرو الصادق أن أمه أرادت أن تعتق
أن تؤتق
عبد الرحمن بن عمرو الصادق said that his mother intended freedom. She wanted freedom.
She intended to free a slave.
أخرت ذلك إلى أن تصبح. She delayed this until
the morning part.
in the morning.
But she passed away at night.
قال عبد الرحمن said فقالت للقاسم بن محمد
فقلت لقاسم
قاسم بن محمد أينفعها أن نعتق عنها will it suffice if they free on her behalf?
Will it benefit her if I free on her behalf?
فقال قاسم said أتى سعد بن بعد عبادة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ابن عباد بنت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال لسيد إن أمي هلكت
Indeed, my mother passed away.
فعلها أن تعتق عنها من سفايد التكفير والضياف فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نعم يس.
So who was Qasim ibn Muhammad? Qasim ibn Muhammad was the grandson of Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was known as one of the fuqaha of Medina, one of the 7 fuqaha of Medina. He was one of the jurists of Medina. So the ulama agreed that a dead person, a person who passed away, may be consigned reward, monetary or ibadatan. You can send sadaqatul jariyah on that person. You can say for the isali sawab of this person, whether it's monetary or ibadat. But it differs on whether the reward can be consigned to them for physical ibadat. However, the more correct thing is that the reward of physical ibadat may also be consigned to the amwat. You can give the reward of a physical ibadat, an action that you made, tilawat of the Quran. You can also consign that to the amwat. He was the nephew of Sayyidina Aisha. He was the grandson of Abu Bakr. Right. Abdullah. There is a hadith coming from.
نامه فاعتقد عنه عائشة أخته رقابا كثيرة رواه مالك. يحيى بن سعيد رضي الله عنه narrates that Abdurrahman, the son of Abu Bakr, passed away in his sleep, which was sleeping. So Aisha radiallahu anha freed many slaves on behalf of him.
Yes. He is the son of Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala and the sister of Hazrat Aisha. He passed away in his sleep, and Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala released many slaves. He released slaves on his behalf because either she knew that or she had a thought, somebody informed her that her brother had intention of setting the slaves free. That's why she said, or otherwise she felt perturbed that he just passed away so suddenly, and then she set on his behalf them free. Chalo.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من اشترى عبدا فلم يشترك ماله فلا شيء له رواه البخاري. buys a slave or the slave فلم يشترك ماله
Yes, if he buys a slave without placing any condition about it, you will get nothing out of it. Meaning, if anyone buys a slave and he gets a bargain, but he omits to include the slave's property, he omits to include the property that came with the slave, then he will get nothing of it because it will not come with him. It was not the wealth that he had will not come with the slave. Any property of the slave will remain with the person from whom he buys the slave, the previous owner. So the slave had some property, and he bought the slave and he said that I'm buying him, but he never said that I'm buying him with all his wealth. If you had to say I'm buying him with whatever possessions he had, he would have gotten that possessions. But if he just says that I'm buying a slave, then the wealth or whatever he had will remain with the previous.